Finally here, last year-end planning tip. How awesome are these glasses, by the way? Love these glasses, but I cannot see with them. Anyway, we're finally here. This is the final practical planning tip focused on year-end planning. And today's year-end planning tip will cover investing or paying off debt. Again, my name is Jonathan Shenkman. I'm the President and Chief Investment Officer at ParkBridge Wealth Management. So this is not exclusively related to year-end planning, but it is relevant for planning in a high interest rate environment and should be discussed with clients today who are faced with this dilemma. Determining whether to use your excess cash flow or investment assets to pay off debt or to continue to contribute to your personal savings and remain invested can often be a matter of personal preference, and there's no easy answer. While you may have the opportunity to earn greater returns from investments, many investors would prefer the relief from eliminating the burden of debt from their lives. While I can't provide an easy solution to this, what I will offer are some points to consider. First, regarding higher rates. Fix my hat. Higher rates and investment income. As inflation moderates, current yields available to fixed income investments may finally provide investors in this asset class with interest payments that make bonds more attractive. It's not uncommon to get 5 to 6% on investment grade fixed income these days. This is very appealing for high quality bonds and should be considered unless you have a large debt burden. Now let's explore debt. It's important to remember that not all debt is created equal. The most important factor in determining how to best advise a client is classifying the type of debt with which they are burdened. For example, credit card debt is the cancer of personal finance. The average credit card interest rate is nearly 23%. So this type of debt can very quickly grow out of control and become insurmountable. In such a situation, I would advise clients to sell their investments even at a loss in order to pay down their credit card debt in full. There are other types of debt that, while still not great, are less bad. One example is a variable rate loan. The solution in such a situation depends on many factors, including when the rate is scheduled to rise, the purpose of the loan, and the client's projected cash flow to pay down this debt. For a borrower with investment property whose mortgage is set to climb higher, I would evaluate the property's monthly cash flows to determine if it is possible to keep the investment profitable for a few years until the market dynamics change or the market goes up in value. Running to sell investments may or may not be optimal depending on the situation. Then there are those clients with a so-called good debt who are temporarily having difficulty paying their debt payments because business has slowed due to the economic environment. Take a homeowner who refinanced their mortgage in 2021 to a 15-year loan at a sub 3% interest rate. I would advise this client to continue to maintain their loan at a historically low interest rate and find other non-discretionary expenses to cut to avoid selling stocks or other investments in order to pay down this debt. The message I like to end this year-end planning series with is personal finance is personal. The goal of investing and financial planning is not about how to achieve the best return or the most optimal tax strategy. It's really about being able to reach your goals while allowing you to sleep at night. Striking this balance is different for everybody. It's important to evaluate your personal goals, circumstances, and risk tolerance and put together a plan that makes the most sense for you and your family. And with that, I hope you found this practical planning tip helpful. Before I end, I want to share that given the popularity of these year-end planning videos, I plan to continue posting regular videos on various different financial planning topics, so stay tuned for that. And keep in mind that you can see all my work by following me on social media at Jonathan on Money, by listening to my weekly podcast, also called Jonathan on Money, or by signing up for my monthly newsletter at parkbridgewealth.com/newsletter. Until next time, stay prudent, practical, and don't forget to plan ahead.